Good morning, buzzers. It's Friday. It's Friday at last. I'm Mike from buzz50.com, and this is Miller from buzz50.com. Good morning, Miller. How are you?
Not too bad, and I'm going to leave you for a while.
You're going to leave me? Oh, no. Breaking news. Miller's going to leave me.
Yes, for a while.
Oh, for a while.
Yes.
Not forever.
Yes, enjoy your company.
Okay, will do. Where are you going?
A hairdresser.
Hairdresser. Friday hairdresser. Ready for the weekend. It's party weekend. More about that later. Good morning to you all. This is Good Morning Buzzers from buzz50.com, the social networking site for seniors over 50. This is just a friendly get-together live at 7:30 a.m. UK time every single day of the week. If you want to prove whether it's live or not, you can call us on Skype. Forgot what it was called for a minute. Mike Buzz50, all one word, jumbled up, or Mike at buzz50.com. Do give us a call. I can't remember when we last had a call. The phones aren't working at the moment because we are in Russia. Yes, coming live from Russia, 9:30 a.m. here. Goodness knows what time it is where you are, because we are truly international. We are all over the world. Bye, Miller. Morning, Mike and Miller, says Viv Huff. Gorgeous sunshine here, says Quiet Mouse. Oh, Viv, looking extremely handsome this morning, Mike. Another gorgeous shirt. Flicking my hair and fluttering my eyelashes at you. Let me just send some buzzer points to Viv Huff. That's the way to earn points on here. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're live on the Buzz50 homepage, and we are live in the room where I'm talking to people. And that is in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room. In the Good Morning Buzzers chat room, we have Pronto, Viv Huff, Witch Morgana, Olive, Jane, La Rivierette, John P, Lauren, Midnight, Mackie Wack, Mally IOM, Quiet Mouse, and Sasquatch. So we are from all around the world getting together for 20 minutes. We're not all in the chat room. We've got people watching on YouTube. We've got people watching on various things that don't come in and type. You don't need to. You can just stay where you are and watch if you like, and you're welcome to call in. Lauren's left the room. She'll be back in a minute. Yes, she's back in the room. Welcome back, Lauren. If you would like to play a couple of games, we've got a couple of games coming up. They are Name That Tune, but it's a tune from a film, and it's the name of the film that we want. And we've got a famous voice. Should we do the voice first? I'll give you a clue for the voice. It's not an American. It's not an English person. See if it's
a Russian one?
Is it a Russian one? Is it Vladimir Putin? No, it's not.
He speaks German, darling.
He speaks German.
Yeah. Fluently.
Very good. Crackerjack, says Mackie Wack. No! Got Mr. Putin watching from the Kremlin, says Pronto. Probably. I think he or his men watch everything that's being broadcast from Russia. I was going to say something then, but I haven't. Is it an Essexian? Essexian, says Midnight. No, it isn't. Hugh Jackman, Paul Hogan, says Jay. Let's have a listen to it. Here's the voice. Who, for 10,000 buzzer points to the first correct guesser, is this? No, it's not loud enough like that. It was when I tried it, but I've got it lined up on here. Don't you worry. Here it is. Who, for 10,000 of our wonderful buzzer points, do you think this voice is?
He's been asked this question himself many times, and that I was certainly with him. He said this on the late news on Sunday. As for fighting with the
Who is that being interviewed about something that's got nothing to do with his career? But who do you think that is? We'll hear his voice again in a minute. It's not loud enough on the computer, so having to do it that way. Don't know why it does that. Who knows? Any ideas? We've got guesses coming in the chat room. We've got Kylie Minogue. I think that was before the voice was played. We've got Mel Gibson. We've got Can't Hear It. We've got Russell. We've got Crow from Jane and Jane. We've got Dame Edna Everett, says Mackie White. No. Russell Crowe says Viv Huff. No. Putin says Witch Morgana. No. Lol says Witch Morgana. Russell Crowe says Olive. No. Os Cricketer says Pronto. Maybe he did play cricket. I don't know, says Midnight. Midnight! You're right. Absolutely right. Midnight, first off with the right answer. I don't know. Midnight doesn't know. But you don't get any points for that. Haha, Witchy, says Lauren. Steve War, says Jane. No, Glenn McGrath, says Jane. Gum17 joined us in the Good Morning Buzzers room and went straight back out again. Leanne Hemsworth, says Jane. Hi, Gum, says Mackie White. He's gone. Lol, says Mackie White. Bye, Gum. Bye, Gum. Bye, Gum. Is that why he's chosen that name? So everyone will say bye, Gum. Jeffrey, says Jane. No. Hi, Gum, says Quiet Mouse. Rush, says Jane. Where are we going to rush to? Who is this voice? Let me see if I can do it again. It's slightly complicated on here. So I've got to do various things to get the voice going. So what I'll do is I'll click here. So we've got some Malcolm Turnbull, says Midnight. Mally IOM, says Glenn Fry. It is neither of those. It is not an English voice. It's not a Welsh voice. It's not a Chinese voice. It's not an American voice. Who, for 10,000 buzzer points, is
He
this?
asked this question himself many times, and that I was certainly with him. He said this on the late news on Sunday. As for fighting with the rebels, of course, I didn't pick up anything more dangerous than a ballpoint pen. I didn't.
Who's that? Very interesting. Viv is yes, very good point. Viv is quiet. Oh no, Viv isn't quiet anymore. Hugh Jackman, Eric Banner, says Viv. Viv lost her dictionary, says Midnight. Dictionary of famous people. Heath Ledger, says Viv. No, it's an Australian. It is an Australian. I know you all guessed it was an Australian, but it is definitely an Australian. And we've got a tune, and the tune is from a film. And to get the 10,000 buzzer points, we need, or I need, the name of the tune, the name of the film. Oh, suggestions for this Good Morning Buzzers. We had a very good suggestion come in not long ago, and the suggestion was Chris Hemsworth should run it. No, that's a guess from Viv Hub. Richie Benaud, says Jane. No. The suggestion was that we should do an interview with a buzzer. Now, that's all very well, but who's going to be brave enough to phone up or to Skype up? So today we will do a live interview just as a practice. And the person who we're going to do it with has no idea that we're going to do it, but I know that she'll join in. So today we're interviewing Jane. So Jane, this will be a sort of a stuttered thing partway through, but when did you join Buzz 50, Jane? So this is just for Jane to answer. And then we'll carry on with the other things. So Jack Thompson says Sasquatch. No. So let's have a go at the tune. And the tune is from a film. I've got it here somewhere, doing it on the phone. It's going to be, do you think it's there? Yes, it's there. What film? Don't guess the tune. About 4 months ago, says Jane. So this is an interview, a live interview with the very, very famous buzzer, Jane. Now, Jane, can you tell me what country are you from? We're doing an interview, Miller, with Jane.
Mm-hmm.
And we're listening to this tune and we're going to guess what film it's from. And here comes the tune. What film is this from? Any ideas? I had to talk over it. Otherwise you'd hear too much. What film is that from? Tasmania is the answer from Jane. So when I said we were truly international, we are truly international. So we've got Jane joined 4 months ago from Tasmania. And how did you find Buzz 50? Told you this was live and interactive. It worked better if we were talking to Jane, but we might do that at a later date. Love story, says Mackie White. Ben Hur, says Pronto. No, says Mike. It is neither of those. Tasmanian Devil, Jane, says Midnight. I don't think so. Anthony LaPaglia, says Sasquatch. Sash, are these very well-known Australians that you're typing in that I haven't heard of? Found on the internet. So just by Googling, was it? Was that found by Googling or stumbled across it another way? Were you sort of Googling for sites for over 50, something like that? Ah, Jane, it's midnight. Right, now, what we're going to... Oh, I haven't set this up properly. What we're going to do now, let's have another listen to the voice. Told about it by... No, Bally, we're just interviewing Jane. It's a Jane-only interview. It's a one-to-one. Although, everybody can type in what they want, of course. Right, let's have another listen to the voice. And I'll have to give you a clue about the voice, because we're not getting very far with it. It is a voice. Steve Irwin, Mike, says Viv Huff. No, 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 Viv Huff. Absolutely not. This is an Australian actor. Actually, Australian-American, but Australian. Mostly known for Australia. So who is this very, very, very famous voice from the distant past? Have a listen to this again.
He'd been asked this question himself many times, and that I was certainly with him. He said this on the late news on Sunday. As for fighting with the rebels, of course, I didn't pick up anything more dangerous than a ballpoint pen. No, I didn't consider myself belligerent.
Yeah. Any ideas? Who is that? Very, very famous voice. Jack Brabham, says Macuac. Oh, Jane. Guy Pearce says Olive. Jane says Errol Flynn. I'm sure she actually meant to type Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn. Yes, it was Errol Flynn. So, Jane, Google, says Jane. Google is how Jane found Buzz 50, which is great. That's great to hear. And Jane mentioning that the famous voice is indeed Errol Flynn. And for that, Jane gets 10,000 buzzer points. Should we have another listen to a little bit more of the voice? See if people can now recognize it. Well done, Jane, says Midnight. Let's have a listen again.
As for fighting with the rebels, of course, I didn't pick up anything more dangerous than a ballpoint pen. No, I didn't consider myself belligerent. On the contrary, an observer and a correspondent. I'm awfully sorry, by the way, gentlemen, if there are any newspaper people here. If they'll stay out of my racket, I'll stay out of theirs.
They'll stay out of my racket, I'll stay out of theirs. That was Errol Flynn talking about Fidel Castro. Sasquatch couldn't guess it. You would have thought he could because he's Australian. You would, wouldn't you? But he couldn't because he sent it in. So there was Sasquatch very gallantly guessing the wrong answers just to keep things going. Thank you for that, Sash. Thank you for sending it in. And Viv Huff has passed her hand back to Jane for a victory dance. Before my time, Mike, says Viv Huff. Oh, is it really, Viv Huff? So now Jane's doing a victory dance around Viv Huff's handbag. Well done, Jane. I haven't heard of it, said Witch Morgana. Good grief, Witch Morgana, where have you been? Well, we know where you've been, don't we? Right, okay, let's have a listen to joke number 1 sent in by a buzzer. We need, please, more jokes coming in, right? So let's have joke number 1 sent in by a buzzer. The idea is it's the Buzz 50 joke off. The jokes are sent in by buzzers. I read them out, often fluffing them, stumbling over words and completely messing them up. Then you vote from 0 to 10. 0 if it's absolutely rubbish. 10 if it's absolutely amazing. Just Here, Mike. That's where Witch Morgana's been, Just Here. We'll find out where Just Here is in a little while. Confessions of a Window Cleaner, Last Tango in Paris, The Naked Tango, The Exodus, Felix the Cat, Poltergeist, and Easy Rider. Guesses from Viv Huff for the film, which we played the music for and the Virgin Soldiers earlier. They are not. This is the joke. Pay attention. An Essex girl. It's an Essex girl joke. If you're not from the UK, you might not be familiar with Essex girl jokes, and you might not get this one. An Essex girl is involved in a nasty car crash. Don't worry, she'll be all right in the end. And is trapped and bleeding The paramedics soon arrive on the site. It's okay, says the medic. I'm a paramedic and I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? Okay, says the girl. What's your name? Sharon, says the girl. Okay, Sharon, is this your car? Yes, says Sharon. Where are you bleeding from? Romford, mate, says Sharon. That's it. That's the end of the joke. Where are you bleeding from? Says the medic. Romford, mate, says Sharon. But she says it with an Essex accent, of course. Aha, do you get it? I get it. I got it. Pronto got it. And he gives it a 4. So we've got a 4 from Pronto. What do you give that joke? We've got a 10 from Viv Huff. You can't give your own joke a 10. You may not know that. So 5. We've got an 8 from Mally. We've got a 5 from Midnight. Oh dear, we've got a 1 from Quiet Max, a 5 from John P, a 2 from Mackie Wack, a 1 from Sasquatch, but Sasquatch, as we have found out earlier today, who sent an Errol Flynn, packed up very nicely, thank you. Sasquatch is from Down Under, and all the humour is so upside down there that the voting is as well. And a 5 from Lauren, who's from somewhere else. A 4 from Witch Morgana, who is also from somewhere else. Viv, you said that joking. Lol, says Jane. No, Jane. Lol, says Viv Huff, lying. I was generous, says Midnight. So joke number 1 has managed to get so far an average of 4, exactly 4 for the Essex Girl joke. And we've already revealed, which we shouldn't have done, but the votes were already coming in. That was sent in by Viv Huff. We're now going to switch across to the site, have a quick look at the site. There's going to be a spot the difference when we come back. The spot the difference is something in this room is going to change. And if you look around, there's not a lot in the room to change. So it'll probably be the same as it always is. But never mind, we'll still do it. So I'm going to have to try and switch screens, which is not working. So I'm going to disappear for a couple of seconds, perhaps about 30 seconds. So goodbye, back in 30 seconds. Here I am back again. Sorry about that, but it was necessary so that we could go and switch screens, have a look at the Good Morning Buzzers room, and have a look at a couple of things on the site. So I'm going to click share screen here. Then I'm going to click here and click present to everyone. And with a little bit of luck, we are all now in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room. Viv, Boris is on Mike's head, says Viv Huff. No, Boris isn't on my head. Then we've got in the Good Morning Buzzers room, if we have a look down the right here, we've got, starting from the bottom, Sasquatch, Quiet Mouse, Mally IOM, Mackie Wack, Midnight, Lauren, John P, Larry Violette, Jane, Olive, Witch Morgana, Viv Huff, and Pronto. Right, let's have a quick look at the site. Instead of looking at the online buzzers map, I have got lined up the world buzzers map. These are all the buzzers on Buzz 50 that have put themselves on the map. The numbers are where people are grouped together. So that means there's 220 people in the north of England here, or the north of the UK, that's probably Scotland. And we've got 107 in this area down here in Australia. We are going to pick somebody at random, and it probably is somebody that is not online. Why have we got such a group of people here? Click on that. Look, we're going to pick someone up here in, is this South Sweden or Denmark? Copenhagen way. Let's pick this person here. If you click on someone on the map, it'll tell you who they are. It is Myrika. Oh, look, last logged in 136 days ago. Come back, Myrika. And over here, Petra 2.
Still remember you.
Myrika, yeah, we still remember you, Myrika, says Miller. Petra 2 last logged in yesterday. Do get yourselves on the map. Just scroll to the bottom of your profile page. You'll be there. And then click on the social page and you'll see whose birthday it is. Happy birthday to Froggy the Second. Happy birthday to DB51. And happy birthday to Tina, Tiny and staff. New members joining yesterday from USA, Australia, England, Canada, Scotland, and other. So let's switch back to the chat room. I'm in the ocean. I like swimming, says Jane. Why is some in the ocean? Let's have a look so we can find Jane, because we know where Jane is. She is down here somewhere. Let's zoom out. It really is great fun, the map. Do get yourselves on the map. Let's have a look down here in Australia. Any idea what part of Australia? Oh no, Tasmania, isn't she down here somewhere? Let's click on that. Let's zoom in on Tasmania. This is Tasmania. Did you know it looked like this? Who have we got in Tasmania? We have got Marlow. We've got Aussie guy in the sea. We've got Green Owl. We've got Tassie Tiger. We've got Margie. We never found Jane. Oh, Jane, where are you? Never mind. Let's switch back to the site. So I'll click here, see if we can spot the difference. I'll click stop screen sharing. With any luck, I'm back, you're back, and we'll be able to do joke number 2. And can you spot the difference? And shall we have a listen? I'm in the sea, Jane. But the sea's so big, Jane. Right, okay. Let's have a listen to the tune, which is from a very, very famous film. Sorry for the slight delay. Boris is on Mike's shirt. Says Viv. Oh! Oh, yes. It's just like a children's program, isn't it? Boris is in Putin's office. Monkey. Thank you, Viv. It is indeed Monkey. Boris is here. Boris is the Russian cousin of Pony, who we will be seeing when we get back into the UK on the 28th. Boris Karloff on your shirt says pronto. We'll have a quick listen to this. This is the tune. What we want to know, please, is what film is this tune from? Does the monkey colour match the shirt? Who knows? What film is this tune from? Don't say what the tune is. What film's it from for 10,000 buzzer points? Any ideas? Tell me now. Any ideas? What film that's from? Looks like a very nice time, says Viv. This is joke number 2. It may struggle to, it looks as if I've made a bit of a mess with my breakfast. Let's have a listen to joke number 2. Viv, I said don't mention the name of the tune. We're looking for the film. What we need is the film. What is the name of the film that is from? Anybody, any idea? Right. Me. Says, me, what, Viv? What the name of the film? Mike, shouts Viv. Yes, Viv. What have you got to say for yourself? Right, let's have a listen to joke number 2, sent in by a buzzer. The joke goes like this. It's a long one, sorry. In the Yorkshire Post, following the death of his wife, the couple had been happily married for 50 years. The husband contacted the newspaper regarding an obituary. When informed of the cost, the man uttered in true Yorkshire fashion, "How much?" He reluctantly produced his wallet. Oh, I don't know. This joke's too long. No, we're going to scrap this joke. I'll see if I can cut the joke down to something a little bit shorter. And then we'll see. Tell you what, we'll use this for joke number 2. Okay? I'm going to give Viv a chance. Bye, Viv. Have a nice haircut.
Yes, thank you. See you, Mike, tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yeah. Be a long hairdressing appointment. 6. I like this one, says Pronto. Yeah, it's a good one, Pronto. Do you think I should do it? Go on then. Let's do it. If half the people disappear during this, then they disappear. Okay, here we go. You hear Miller's mum in the background. Okay, so this guy goes into a newspaper to put an advert in, an obituary for his wife. Sadly, he's lost his wife. And then he's told how much it is, and it's just too much. My Gladys was a good-hearted and hard-working Yorkshire lass, but she wouldn't have wanted something swanky, she says. Holiday Inn, says Sasquatch, for the film. And so the winner is indeed Sasquatch, who couldn't get the voice because he sent it in and it was Errol Flynn, but he did get the film. Oh, I said that. Viv, says Lol. Says what? Anyway, I think Sasquatch got the film first. I don't know what Mally said. What did Mally say? White Christmas. Yes, but it's not. Well, it's not. We wanted the film. Right. So the joke carries on. So this guy goes into the newspaper to put an obituary in for his wife. It's a funny joke, this. Perhaps a small poem, suggested the woman at the desk. Nay, she wouldn't have wanted anything la-di-da. Just put Gladys Braithwaite died. You need to say when, the receptionist said. Do I? We'll put died 17th of March 2015. That'll do. It's usual for the bereaved to add some meaningful phrase about the dearly departed. The man thought about it for a moment. Well, put in sadly missed. That'll do. You can have another 4 words, said the woman. No. She wouldn't have wanted me to splash my money about. The words are included in the standard price, the woman informed him. Are they? You mean I've already paid for them? Yes, indeed, says the woman. Well, if I've paid for them, I'm having them. The obituary finally went into the newspaper as follows. Gladys Braithwaite died 17th of March 2015. Sadly missed. Also, tractor for sale. The 4 extra words. Why waste them? Oh, there was also a movie, White Christmas, apparently. Oh, blimey. There was a film called White Christmas, but was that song from it, though? I don't know. I might be in big trouble here. Might have to get the 4th, 5th, and 6th umpires in on this one. Oh, dear. What are we going to do? I have no idea. But we need the votes in now for joke number 2. Sasquatch is hot off the mark from down under with a 1. Viv Huff gives it. Oh, what? Viv! Mally Iowen gives it a 1. Oh, dear. It's not doing very well, is it? Joke number 2. That's 1. 1 from Midnight. 1 from Quiet Mess. It's the way you tell them, like, says La Riviera. 2 from John P. 1 from... If you want to tell your own jokes, you can do that. It can be done. And Miller's daughter has just come in and she's waved and shut the door. She's not going to join it. That's Miller's daughter, not her granddaughter. So joke so far, number 2 is not going to win by any stretch of the imagination because it has got an average of 1.4 and it was sent in by Matthew. Didn't get it, says Lauren. So joke number 1 wins. Joke number 2 was sent in by Matthew again. Well done. Thank you for that, Matthew. Sends in loads of jokes. Doesn't come on the show, but sends in the jokes. Joke number 1 was sent in by Viv Huff, who gets 10,000 of our amazing buzzer points. I will make a note about that. There we are, down there. Holiday Inn. Oh, you don't get points for the joke. Never mind. Viv's got loads of points. She doesn't need them. But yeah, she's won. Yes, but it's still the same tune and song, says Rich Morgana. Oh dear, what a mess. What a mess. But Viv Huff's doing a victory dance around a handbag, so she doesn't mind too much. Right, that's it. Pretty much everything done and wrapped up. We did an interview with Jane. We found out a lot about her. We're going to find out about some other people now. Please do international roll call, which is where you tell us where you're from and what time it is and maybe a little bit of weather. So I will say Russia. If I wait for a minute, I can say it's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. That'll do. And it's overcast and cold. It's not snowing. It's not raining. It's not windy. Where are you from? Ada's joined us in the Good Morning Buzzers room. Good morning to you, Ada. Do all please come back tomorrow. Bring a few friends if you can. Drag them in off the street, kicking and screaming. It's 9 a.m. where Pronto is, and it's 0 degrees centigrade outside his cave. We already know where Jane is from, but she may tell us again. Nice and sunny here in Essex, says Quiet Mouse. It's nearly 8 a.m. off to lunch with friends. Yay, says Quiet Mouse. Lucky you and lucky your friends, Quiet Mouse. We've also got Jane, the interviewee, the famous interviewee today, who is from the Tasmania. It's a fine day. It's 21 degrees centigrade and it's 6:59 p.m. Rich Morgana, who had never heard of Errol Flynn, is from the Philippines. It's 3:59 p.m. and sunny. Hawaii is where Olive is from. It's 10 p.m. and it's Thursday. It's yesterday. Beautiful starry skies. Eventually, one day, Olive is going to catch us all up and be on the same day. I hope. Maybe not. Viv Huff is from Essex. We know that. Southeast England, 8 a.m. and sunny. Midnight Yorkshire, freezing. Lauren 2:59 in Bogota, Colombia, and it is 10 degrees centigrade. Lol Mike says, which Morgana, cold and frosty here. Burris lol says Ada. Hello to you, Ada. Sasquatch 7:02 p.m. overcast all day. Brr. In Australia, down under, where half of Errol Flynn comes from, because apparently he's a bit American as well. That's it. All right. Thanks for joining us. Do send in jokes, poems. When did the last person send in a saying? Please send in some sayings, proverbs. Let's have a Proverbs day today, tomorrow. Not a cloud in the sky, but frosty. That's it. Thank you all for joining us. Goodbye for now. All that remains for me to say is good morning, buzzers.